Hello, my black cats. Ooh, I have such a controversial topic today, but it's one of those topics that for the black cat energy, for the woman that is actually, done with people pleasing. She knows what she wants. She's ready to go. She's willing to listen to the master. This episode is for you. Okay, for anyone that has not checked out the Black Cat Energy, I am absolutely going to say it is time to go back to episode 1, do your little binge. So many good lessons here, so much information that's been hidden from you or suppressed or just your mama didn't teach you, and I'm here to teach you, okay? I want you to thrive. I want you to be in your divine goddess, just black cat, mysterious energy. Whether you're an Audrey Hepburn, a Marilyn Monroe, a Grace Kelly, a Beyonce, a Rihanna, I don't care. But all of these women have something in common, and they have mastered their black cat energy. And to tell you that anyone can master this, go look at Taylor Swift. She was completely the golden retriever energy and did the flip of the switch with Travis for the black cat. There is mystery, there is allure, there is a little bit of edginess, some seduction, but mostly there's confidence and self-esteem and knowing your worth and internal validation. And all of those words just make me just all yummy inside. But here's the topic. The topic is about rent, housing. Where are you living? What are you paying? Because being your feminine energy is really about receiving and nurturing and support and kindness and love and gentleness and all these loving emotions and just the peaceful way of life. It's the soft girl life, to be honest with you. And that gets kind of tricky when you think about, okay, I want to apply this to my life. I want to actually be in the soft life era, but there's bills to pay and I need somewhere to live and I want, to feel safe. And that is the underlying message of everything, to be honest with you. Women want to feel safe. Okay, girlies, here is the rule. If you are single and unmarried and want to live with a man, you do not pay rent. There we go. That's not going to be good enough for you all. I know it. That's okay. Again, I am here to embark on some lessons here. I'm not saying that you can't be independent. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be paying rent in all cases. Here is all of the exceptions, and here's how to actually achieve this if this goal of marriage is what you want. Because it's not about the rent, it's not about the money, it is actually about the marriage. So if you are somebody that just really doesn't want to date right now, wants to go do your own thing, Miss Independent, it's that healing girl era. I have been there. I am 100% on board supporting that like chapter of your life. And if that's the case, go find an apartment or a condo or a house. Girlie, I bought my first house at 26. So if you want to go and do the unmarried, single, Miss Independent, buy your property thing, whether it's for you to live in or investment, go do it. Like, power to you. But that's yours. And you own it. And no one is moving in with you unless it is a roommate, a platonic type of situation. And you are using that property for your own personal freedom or for your own bank account if it's an investment property. You're not using it to support anybody else, like a man. Maybe it's for you. Maybe your mom. Like, power to you. Like, that's your place, though. And that makes total sense on if you are going to go that route. Buy that house. If a man moves in with you, then he should be taking that over. Like, he should be taking over your mortgage payment. He should be taking over your rent. And that's that. If he doesn't want that, then you move into his place, put yours up for an investment property, and then live your fairy tale that way. But you're not paying when you're living with a man. It's just not the case, especially if you're single and unmarried. And girly, if you're a mom, you got things to think about other than yourself. So put that all together. But more on the side of the single unmarried women, the women that have the goal of the happily ever after, Prince Charming, white dress, let's grow old together and have some rocking chairs on the front porch. This is more for you guys because my kitties, you gotta mess this up, and it is time to straighten some crowns. I, again, I own a property, remember? I don't actually live in that property. That property is rented out, and I also live where I live. And it is a beautiful condo. It faces the ocean. It is in a skyscraper. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I don't pay rent here. And here's why. I am not married. I am unmarried right now. And I had the hindsight of knowing how these things go, of working in psychotherapy with my clients, with understanding the male psyche. I have more male clients for psychotherapy than I do female. So, like, at least right now, obviously that could change in a blink of an eye, but when I'm working with relationships, I get to listen to the male point of view very often. So, pausing on that, a woman who is wanting to get married, a woman that is wanting to be taken seriously, be invested in, live in that soft girl era, and especially a woman that is wanting to one day be a mother, listen up. Men, when they want you, when they truly are like, you are it, let me have that, they won't put you in a position where you need to pay rent. They won't put you in a position where you need to be providing for them. Because a healthy masculine loves to provide, loves to take care of his woman, loves to build that house for the woman. That is something that is as old as the Stone Age. You see it in the Victorian era, you see it in the medieval era, you see it up until the 1920s, the 1950s, the 1960s, even today. If you find a healthy masculine, he wants to build and provide the home. Don't take that away from him. And use that. Use that understanding that his healthy masculine can help you be in your feminine. There is something out there called 50-50. And it's one of those concepts that you really need to throw out the door because it has nothing to do with money. And whatever marketing ploy was like 50-50 is all about 50% my income, 50% your income, really had just this wounded misunderstanding of polarity. So throw out that goal, okay? If you are a single unmarried woman and you've been invited to go and live with someone, or if you find yourself just in a scenario where you're going to be moving in with a man and it is a romantic interest, then you're not paying rent. You are using that money to invest in your physical health, your emotional well-being. Those two things, okay? I have reasons behind this. The man is not looking for someone to clean his apartment. He's not necessarily looking for someone to cook. If you are rather clean girly and you also love to cook and bake, power to you. I love baking. I love cooking. I love making things for my partner. I also love just bringing things. The gatherer in me loves to just bring things that will make him happy, like gifts and XYZ, right? So, but I don't pay rent. and we have a housekeeper. Like, I'm a very clean person, actually. I'm definitely more on the OCD spectrum of I can't help it. Like, things need to be straightened. I can't walk through the house without things need to be picked up the floor. And that's just something that when I read the book Understanding Women, I really understood that that's just part of our biology more than anything. But I do like cleaning. I actually clean a lot. I'm a stress cleaner even. But he didn't need a maid when I moved in. He didn't need a cook. Like, a man that's in his healthy masculine that's like very secure and providing for himself can order out food. And obviously can get a housekeeper. And this man, my partner, was doing all of that. Okay? So, like, he didn't need that from me. He needed other things from me. And mostly what men want is companionship. So, nonetheless, going back is like, he didn't ask me to pay rent. He hasn't asked me to pay a single penny towards the household. I use that money to invest in my physical health because men want a woman that is going to keep up with her physical looks. And I'm not saying she has to be, Miss Universe, but a woman that is able to take care of her skin, that goes and works out at the gym, that is making sure that she is physically hygienic and, representing her best version of beauty that she got. Like finding clothes that are very flattering towards her body. Like those are the things that keep a man interested and keep a man wanting to continue to invest in you. There is one thing called the nail theory. And to be honest with you, I did not believe in it for a really, really long time. And this is a little bit of a tangent, but I feel like it's important to say, is a woman that goes and gets her nails done. If you would have asked me 6 years ago, hey, Aaron, when are you getting your nails done? I would have been like, nothing, never, ever. Why? Like, doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe special occasions, I'll get it done for like an event or something. Like, but nails are very feminine, and men pay attention to nails. Even at networking event, when I'm doing business networking event, people are paying attention to my nails. They're seeing it as a sign of my investment in myself, especially the red nail theory, the attractive theory, the classic traditional seduction type of woman with the red nails. This money that would be put towards household income should be right back invested in you. Because if you are unmarried, and here's the kicker, here's where people get tense. If you're unmarried and single, that's not your home. You can try, you can pretend that it's your home, but it's not your home. It's the house that you're living in. Your home is the home of your husband and you. Your home is the place where you feel the most safe, and then you've been able to create a loving, nurturing, peaceful, entertaining environment. You haven't quite achieved the home. Doesn't mean that you're not happy. It doesn't mean that you're not being authentic. It doesn't mean that you're not being genuine and like having positive emotions. It's just, this isn't the home yet. And that's okay. Like santosha, which is a Sanskrit word, means contentment. Santosha. Okay. Perfectly good. You need to continue to invest in yourself, girlie, until it becomes your home, until the marriage becomes your home, until he, being your husband, puts a ring on your finger. The sad truth is most of us are in relationships that are probably not going to be our end all just yet. Most of us may have not found our ideal partner yet, or the man that's going to be the father of our children. And that's okay again. It's like, it's part of the journey, right? We all want Mr. Right to be the one that we're with right now, but that may not be the case. if we're being very honest with each other. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not saying that you don't have a great guy and that he can't be the one. I'm just saying that that hasn't been revealed yet. That chapter has not been revealed yet. When it happens, it's going to be beautiful and girly. It's going to happen for you. No doubt. But right now, you need to live in this moment. You need to be present. You need to be authentic to this particular moment. And this particular moment, you are not married to this man. This is not your home yet. Okay? So remember, if you are in your freedom healing girl era, then by all means, you can go and have your own property, own place, XYZ. This is for the single unmarried women that want that next step, that want the next goal. Okay? So with that, invest that into yourself again. He's going to be happy when you do that. Like, my man probably gets happier when my nails are done and I get back from the gym and I'm a sweaty mess. Like, the smile that is on his face is like enough to make me feel like a queen, like the most beautiful woman in the world. Like, when I get back from a yoga class and I'm like feeling like I'm gonna die, to be honest with you, like it was an intense class or something. Like, he is so attracted to that. And that makes him want to invest in me more. When he's happy and wants to invest in me more, that leads to the bigger things in life. Like, that leads to the next milestone. Maybe not right away. Right away. I am so excited. Not right away, but it does lead you in a positive direction of what you're trying to manifest, what you're looking to like attract into your life. Okay? So use that money to invest in yourself. When you get married and it's like a true one flesh partnership, if the household needs that, or if something happens and, you know, he wants you to take on something, okay. Like, that's a conversation. That's a whole different topic. I will be honest with you, most of the time that doesn't happen because men are the type that, like, when they want more, they go and just make more. They go and conquer more. They don't try to, like, offload expenses too much. But, like, nonetheless, that's still a whole different topic. If you want to upgrade your lifestyle and that requires more income and you bring in more income and that's helpful, that's a whole different topic. But that's a marriage topic. That's not a dating topic. That's where a lot of people get confused with this. That's a marriage topic. Okay? So use the money to invest back in yourself. Use the money also to bring fun into your life. I have the opportunity to take my partner to the Bahamas here in a couple of weeks. Like, he didn't book the place XYZ. Like, I came up with this opportunity for us. And he's obviously going to have fun. It's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be a getaway for us. And that is so wonderful to bring into my relationship. I love it. Like, it is perfectly okay to bring delightful activities. I did cupping for us, like a massage, like couples massage and cupping last weekend. Like, he didn't ask for that. I wanted to do it. I wanted to bring joy. I wanted to bring a new experience into his life and our relationship. So I'm not saying never, like, do anything. And that's just not a healthy, happy relationship either. But rent is one of those things that it is a provider build thing, and it's an important one. So let that one be for him. Okay? That is hard because a lot of women are also going into that, okay, well, I don't necessarily feel like I can afford a place in Miami or New York or wherever that you are, and you feel like you need to figure out some type of situation with that. Here's what I did, and it works. And it's a little bit of work, but it really works. When you are in a position where you don't necessarily know where your husband is, like you've been waiting for a moment, XYZ, go nomadic. Go see the world. Because think of it, it's back to your goal. Your goal is, you know, hey, I want to have a home one day, get married, maybe you want children, right? So, like, if that's your goal, you need to meet as many men as possible. You need to go on as many dates as possible. You need to be out there in the world being, your best beautiful self, right? Can't do that if you're locked in a job, having to work 90 hours a week trying to afford the apartment that is like a closet in the middle of Prince Street or something. Okay. So the opposite needs to happen. And that's really your role. You need to be out there going to events, exploring the world, being where these type of men that you're wanting to date and get married to are at. Okay. And so become nomadic. Spend that $3,000 a month, going to different Airbnbs, traveling to different places, attending different events. Okay. Don't tie yourself to a lease or a mortgage in that case. You will meet way more people. And what has always happened with me is I meet a fantastic person and we end up dating for a while, and he wants me to be in his space or in his, like, be with him, like, be in a relationship. And I'm like, look, I like you too, but I don't live there. Like, I'm nomadic. I plan to travel. Even with my current relationship, I met him 7 months before I decided to move here back in Miami. Like, and it was one of those cases where he had to see me in between me visiting other places. And it got to the point where he was like, okay, this isn't going to work. To be in the same, like, place is the only way that we can actually have a relationship. And that's how all of this ended up starting that manifestation train of me living here. So that is how you can approach it. If you're like, I have no idea how to even afford that, right? Or how to, like, navigate that. That's how I did it. It's worked. That's how I was in a 4.5 year relationship as well. And it's one of those things that also allows you to fully experience life, because you're only going to be single once and you're only going to be unmarried, hopefully once. So, like, use that time to really just enjoy life. So there you go. There's the hard, fast rule. You should not be paying any rent if you're not married. If you want the single girl, healing girl lifestyle and you want to be in one place, okay, go get your place. But don't let a man move in and, like, you be supporting him. Don't reverse the roles, okay? And if you're really lost, go nomadic for a while. Go find yourself. I swear, you're going to learn so much about yourself in this world. It's a beautiful, magnificent place. And that self-concept will be developed. Your confidence and your internal validation, you find it by doing this scary stuff. That 100% girly is black cat energy.